Hello there, my fine gardening friends. How the devil are you? I'm up here balancing precariously on my raised bed, harvesting the last of my tomatoes here in the big greenhouse. Should have a ladder up here really, but I was taking a shortcut. Not always a good idea. But anyway, where was I? Yes, harvesting tomatoes. And on the other side there, these are lovely cherry ones, red cherries. But on that side there, I've got a variety called black cherry, and there's not many left there. And I was just remembered, or it reminded me that actually this is a good time of year to, obviously, with your ripe fruit, to take seeds or save seeds of your favourite, whether it be your favourite flowers, if you can, or your favourite vegetables, etc. Great time of year to be saving seeds. And there's a couple of good reasons why you want to be saving seeds. Well, number one, obviously it saves money, but number two, your favourite varieties that have grown really well are growing well in these conditions. So the seeds should therefore provide plants that will grow equally well and provide lots of fruit, lots of delicious fruit in that black cherry's case. So saving those seeds will give you a better a plant with a better chance of growing in these conditions. So I thought I would show you what I do to save my seeds, tomato seeds, pepper seeds, etc. We'll have a look. Why don't we transfer to the kitchen and we can have a look, see how we do it. Tell you what, I'm glad I'm an old sailor, being out of balance up here, bit of ship roll. Anyway, see you in the kitchen. So here we are in the kitchen. Got a couple of different types of tomatoes. This big sort of beef tomato, it's a bit knackered around it, so I thought I'd use that to cut up. An ordinary red, can't remember what the actual make is, and these black cherry ones that I was taking from the greenhouse. Now the small black cherries, they're quite easy. All you literally really need to do is to squeeze out the tomato, and you'll get, as you can see, quite a few seeds in there. And it's covered in all the sort of juice and the sort of membranes that are in the tomato itself, that we eat. Now that's going to prevent them actually germinating. So what we want to do is we want to take the seeds with all their juice and stuff and all, and put them in any sort of jar you've got. Get all these. Got another one here, let me just squeeze this one out. And obviously they produce a lot of seeds, and seeds, will last 3 or 4 years, no worries, if you keep them nice and cool and dry. Right, so I've got, a few seeds in there, as you can see. What I want to do is just put a bit of water in there. Right, so I've got some water in there, and now I'm just going to leave them in there for a few days to ferment. And here's one I prepared earlier, being the good Boy Scout I am. So as you can see, quite a lot of the seeds have dropped down to the bottom. So we've got those seeds, and that fermenting process is sort of taken, and that will have eaten away quite a bit of the actual gumph that goes round the seeds. Now what I want to do is take a bowl. The seeds have got a sieve. Put them in there now. Now I'm just going to rinse these off. Excuse me a sec. So I'm going to admit a mistake there. What I should have done was actually, before I even put them into the sieve, I should have just scooped the sort of the flesh from the top of the area. Like you would when you're doing your making a gravy and you've got all the fat on the top. Scoop that top layer out, and then the bottom layer with the seeds that are in there, in that sieve. So, let me give these another rinse. I'm going to leave them to dry now for a bit, or most of the water come out of that sieve, and then once that's done, just going to put them on some kitchen paper. Now obviously I would normally let these rinse off a bit more, but I'll just do it here to show you. Quite a few seeds from a few different tomatoes here. Right, so leave them to perfectly dry. And we'll come back to them in a bit. What I forgot to say earlier is obviously you want to mark your jar to make sure you know what seeds are in there. So these were black cherry, so I'll mark them. Right, on to the others, you know, your sort of bigger tomatoes. What you want to do with them is get a knife. Always, don't want to teach you to suck eggs, but a serrated knife is always easier for cutting tomatoes. So then, what we want to do here is just scoop out the tomatoes. And then we've got quite a few there. And if we can separate some of the flesh away, that's good. And then they can go in here. And we'll put the water in and let them, about 3 or 4 days is long enough for the fermentation to sort of work. Right, there we go. Some water. Right, so they were okay, and it would be the same with the big fat tomato, but let's do it. If we can find the seeds in there. There we go, look, we've got lots of seeds underneath there. Quite a few of them, and we'll just get in there and get them all out. Okay, let's move on to the last bit, shall we? Okay, so the final bit, right, imagine we've picked our tomatoes, we've brought them in, we've scooped out and fleshed out all the seeds from the tomatoes. We've had them fermenting in a jar that we filled up with a bit of water for a few days. They've sunk to the bottom. We've brought the jars, we've taken out the flesh, put the seeds in the sieve, and voila. Give them another good rinsing out, put them on a tea towel, and I'll put them somewhere, you know, warm and dry for a couple of days. And I've transferred or changed the little kitchen towel a couple of times to sort of make sure it was properly dry. And what we've got here now are a set of seeds. Now these are jalapeno seeds, you know, so it doesn't really matter. We've got our nice dry jalapenos and they're nicely all spread out now. So all I'm going to do now is getting ready for storage. So the last bit is I'm just going to shake them all over to the side here. I don't have to do this, but this is just a bit neater. And I'm just going to fold up into a little envelope. Et voila, like that. Now I've got just an actual envelope here, and I've cut the envelope in half. So that's the flap side. I've stuck the flap down, and now I've got this here. I'm going to put my little wallet of seeds in, turn it over, make sure I know what the seeds are. So jalapenos, and there we go. Put them in storage, fold over the top there so that nothing comes out, and they'll go into storage with the rest of my seed packets, and they will be good for next year. And like I said, it's great having your own seeds because those plants will generally be stronger and more used to your conditions. So a great little addition to the old gardening, cheaper, stronger plants, and it's good fun as well. Oh, I was going to say jobs are good, but look at that, look, the last of my yellow beans. Luckily I picked them yesterday, and some frosts have come in now and killed all the plants. So there we go, the last of my yellow beans. The last of my cosmos, the last flowers for another 6 or 7 months. A bit sad really, isn't it? But there we go. A nice wallet full of seeds, some more seeds on the go. Jobs are good.